I gotta talk about Galaxy Quest.
A non-thinking man's movie.
This is a non-thinking man's movie, 1000%.
Welcome to the Best Things Podcast. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials at Best Things Pod as well. Now, here are your hosts, Craig and Aaron.
Hello, internets. Welcome to the Best Things Podcast. My name is Craig. Sitting next to me, as always, lost in space, Aaron Brooks.
Just wandering and floating.
In orbit forever. Welcome into the show, everybody. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are, whenever you're listening to this. Thanks for joining us on your favorite podcast app, on YouTube, on whatever platform that you find us on.
You might be listening on Earth. You might be listening in outer space.
This is one of the few podcasts that are being listened to right now on Artemis II, I believe.
Wouldn't it be something if, in a few moments, you were to hear from the crew right here on this podcast?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
It would be news to me.
Hey, before we hop into this episode, I do think we need to let people know about something that I'm worried some people didn't know, and I think it's time. It's been 2 weeks since it dropped. Our last episode, we went on a lengthy journey, much like Artemis.
We went farther than humanity has ever gone on this subject, I think.
We did a whole episode on water, and we have heard from multiple people ourselves.
Correct.
People we know, fans of the show.
Yep.
Who have had conversations with us and said, I didn't know that about water. They were very surprised that you got 6 out of 8 of the waters correctly.
I have been called a water connoisseur.
But just in case you didn't listen to the full episode, you got to listen to the whole episode, people.
Yep.
Just like running through the base in baseball. Got to run through first base. You got to listen through the credits.
If you tune out during your normal tune out time of the outro.
Yeah.
No.
Last week's or the last episode was an April Fool's joke.
That's just for full transparency for you guys.
Yeah. We just want to be, in case you're new to the pod and you're like, these guys suck.
We do. That was
very true.
I'm not that good at guessing. Well, I don't know. I don't know how good I am at guessing water.
Maybe we need to do
I would like to do the water test after that, to find out, can I pick out? Here's what I will say. At least 50% of what I said, I actually believed last week.
I'm probably less than that because I don't feel that strongly about a lot of water things.
I do actively dislike certain waters. And the ones that I said I was not a fan of, I really am not a fan of.
I do think there are some that are worse, but the margin's not very big for me. I mean, it's just water at the end of the day. If it's cold, I'm a fan. Here's
what I can tell you, though. We, as a planet, are in search of other planets that have water.
Come on. What about a segue right there? That's a segue. That might be.
That's not a lie.
That might be the best segue we have ever done.
It's true. It is fully true.
We are in a new space age. Like the United States right now is buzzing with space energy, space momentum. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's excited about it. Artemis is landing today, right?
Day that we're recording.
So it has us thinking about space. It has us thinking about neither one of us will ever go to space. Our kids might have an opportunity, but I do not see either one of us going to space. And can I say something that might be controversial?
There's lots of controversial things people have said about space recently, so join the conversation.
People like Katy Perry did not go to space. That's not space. They're not going to space. When Blue Origin's going up, they're not going to space.
I agree.
They're just
doesn't count.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
I have friends that don't believe we've been to space.
You have friends that think
say
the moon landing was fake?
Oh, I have many friends that say the moon landing was fake.
Really?
But beyond just saying the moon landing was fake, I have friends that still say we have yet to go to space.
What do they think is happening?
It's all fake.
Do they think that that's stuff's out there, or do they think that, are they flat earthers? Do you have flat earthers? Do you know flat earthers?
I know flat earthers.
Do you really?
I do.
I don't know that I know any flat earthers.
If you ask, you might find out.
Maybe. I guess I've never really I've just assumed that that corner of the world, the internet, is
I see what you did there. The corner of the world. If it's round, it wouldn't have corners.
That's right.
Look at that. What's really interesting to me, it always cracks me up, is to see those memes. It's like Earth is flat, and it shows Earth as a flat disc with all these other round objects in space. Like, oh, we're the only one, just flat. No, I believe that we have been to space. I believe the moon landing was legit.
Yeah. I do too.
I've been called a sheep for believing that.
It would be harder to fake it. Like,
they're just like, look, we have more intelligence and power in our phones today than what they had in the 60s to get to the moon. They're like, there is no way possible. And then for the whole transmission from the moon back, they're fully convinced in it.
But it uses different stuff. Like there's different things that it uses. It's not just a matter of, there is a progression to stuff.
Yes.
It's just,
to me, it's totally illogical.
Yeah, it blows my mind that the fact that I don't know. I guess it's just,
it feels like it has become very trendy to be this type of conspiracy theorist. I love a good conspiracy, but some of these are just,
it's fun to talk about, but at the end of the day, you gotta,
birds aren't real.
There's too much proof out there in the world. Speaking of fake space movies, they fake space all the time.
They do. These are not actually filmed in space.
They are not. These are not documentaries.
That would be an expensive movie to film.
It really would. I heard Tom Cruise is trying to work on it, though. He wants to film something in space.
Never doubt Tom Cruise.
He could do it.
If I think the guy could get it. He'd probably do his own stunts in space, too.
I bet he could. So we're going to talk about space movies today. We're going to kind of look through. As always, when we talk about movies and entertainment, stuff like this, we're going to leave off probably somebody's favorite. There's just no way. We are not film buffs. We are average guys. And so we watch average guy movies. So if you're watching this, if you came across our pod and you saw the thumbnail and you saw the title and you thought, well, these guys are going to deep dive into every space movie, you've come to the wrong one. If you're an average guy who likes to hear average takes on movies, you've come to the right place. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about space movies. We're going to name our favorite. We're going to put them into a bracket a little bit later. It's going to be great. Are you ready to blast off into this, Aaron?
Before we can figure out the best thing, we have to talk about all the things. It's time for The Thing About the Things.
Okay, the thing about space. Here's the one hesitancy I had hopping into this episode.
Okay.
Because we've done a lot of movie episodes over the years.
We have.
This is our 155th episode. There's a few of the movies that we're going to list off today that have been mentioned many times.
They have.
Interstellar.
Yep.
Star Wars.
Yep.
Those are really the two big ones.
Probably.
But we've, are we blank slating this and including them in all this? Like,
absolutely.
Do they have a fighting chance as well?
They count.
Okay.
They count.
I just want to make sure I doubt we spend as much time on them as we may have in the past. So if you find those interesting and want to deep dive further into it, we have a whole library of content you can look at. Before we dive into this, do we want to set some criteria for our choosings?
I love choosing. I love rules, regulations, terms, conditions. Agree to all.
Do you read all?
I read them.
Okay. I'm just making sure.
Put them into Chat GPT and say, hey, be my lawyer. Tell me what I'm signing up for.
We mentioned like Independence Day before we hit record. Do we want to count that as a space movie, or is that space stuff comes to Earth? There's a part of it in space, but like
part of it in space, part of it's
the people need to be in space the majority of the movie. This is like is Die Hard a Christmas movie? Like what's the criteria here so we don't get caught in limbo?
I want to say that the majority of the movie needs to take place in space. I think we should reserve the right to change the rules at any time to fit what we want to do. If it feels good when we get there, let's be pragmatic about it and do it.
We do have our handy Taco Bell that we can smash at any point. It will take whatever we decide to choose. We each get 2 hits of the button, and that automatically goes to a first round bye in our bracket. We'll take a number 1 or 2 seed, however we see fit.
I want you to start.
You want me to start?
Yeah, I'm defaulting to you.
Okay.
I want to see your move.
Well, here's where I'm at. I really want to hit the bell on Interstellar.
That's what I was thinking.
I really want to hit it.
That's what I wanted to do. It's like, I don't know. Are we going to fight over who gets Interstellar first after, talking about how much we love the movie?
If you're going to throw me the ball, I'm taking the shot. All right. If you're going to toss it, I'm going to take Interstellar number 1. To me, I've been on record saying I think it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
It is.
You've poked holes in it a little bit over the year or so, the couple years.
Yeah, I feel like it does have some holes that, besides the black hole of the movie, it has other holes, as any movie does. I wouldn't have thought of the reason that I just think of the holes that I have thought of, though, is for the fact that I have watched the movie as many times as I have watched it and have read and researched and been in other Reddit threads on the movie because I enjoy the movie so much.
When you realize that Christopher Nolan puts so much work into these films and goes through every detail, it allows you the wiggle room to ask those questions now.
I find myself rewatching and searching stuff about Christopher Nolan films more than anybody else.
Yeah. He's got to be the greatest director of this generation, right?
Yes.
Still to this day, one of our maybe our 2 most viewed TikToks have been on this movie.
Yes. Do you have a favorite moment or scene in Interstellar?
That's a good question.
I don't think we've really ever discussed that.
It's funny as a parent now, when he's been to the water planet, they've been there way too long. So much time has passed, they come back up. It's been like 28 years, I think is what the math was. You see Coop watching all the videos of his son telling the story of their life. And you see him, Matthew McConaughey, just he becomes somebody different in that movie. Like you see him go from I'm happy to see my kids and then just sobbing at the fact that he's missed so much of their life. That one gets me now as a dad. I don't know. The whole movie is just so good.
Do you think they made the right call going down to that planet?
No.
Should they? Okay.
I don't think so. McConaughey's character is right. Like time is, they had to start viewing time as, they realized that afterwards, right?
Yes.
When he says, we are not ready for this. You have to start looking at time as a resource. And when you run out of it, you run out of it. So I think they learned something from it, but at what cost?
How would things have changed, I wonder, had they not gone to that planet and gone on to the planet of her love interest?
Yeah. Yeah, if they had went there first.
Would they have, would he still have been alive?
Yeah.
How would that have changed anything?
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting thought.
Yeah, I don't know. There's been a lot of talk of, will they do an Interstellar 2? Because there's obviously the door is cracked open for there to be something there. Because at the end of the movie, we see Brand on this planet with a base. We see McConaughey, Cooper. We see him leave Cooper 1 or whatever they call it. So I don't think there ever will be one. Has Christopher Nolan, other than The Dark Knight, he's ever done a sequel?
That's what I was just going to say. I don't know that we have any Christopher Nolan sequels, really. It's going to be hard to beat as a space movie, but I'm going to attempt to try to beat it. To my number 1, since I let you have Interstellar, I'm going to take Star Wars.
Oh, I thought you were going to go in a different direction.
Really?
I really did.
There are some issues with Star Wars, I guess, being a space movie or franchise, but the majority of the film takes place
Yeah.
in space. I mean, I don't know. I want to say it's less realistic than Interstellar, but I don't know how realistic Interstellar is either.
Right. Interstellar is probably more grounded in science, but they both just assume that on these different planets, they operate differently, you know?
Yes. The only way that I could see, I mean, I would hate to put Star Wars somewhere other than one.
Yeah, it'd be tough.
There's some other good space movies that no doubt that we're going to talk about, but
I'm not mad at it. I mean, again, you could go down a rabbit hole of information when it comes to Star Wars.
We've done Star Wars episodes, I think.
We crowned Empire, I think, is the greatest Star Wars movie.
That seems right.
I think we just did the trilogies in that episode, if I remember right. I don't think we went off into like Rogue One and Han Solo and stuff like that, which they're always coming out with new content for Star Wars.
I would say Rogue One is way up there at the top of my list of Star Wars films. I love Rogue One.
Yeah, it's super, super good.
And Solo got quite a bit of hate, but I've watched it several times, and I really enjoy Solo.
I enjoyed Solo the first time I watched it. We did one of those big screen, at the movie series for our church. So I had to take it and watch it about 1 billion times to splice it all together for our youth group at the time. So I got sick of it very, very easily. But I went back and watched it a couple years later. And yeah, it holds up pretty well. I thought it was a good representation of the franchise as a side story and kind of building up who he was. Fun facts about Star Wars, just really quickly. Harrison Ford thought the movie would fail and only took the role of Han Solo for a paycheck. We all know this, but a stormtrooper accidentally hits his head on the doorway and they left it in the movie. You know this? Darth Vader's breathing was created using a scuba regulator.
Nope.
And actually, did you know that the actor who played Darth Vader, the actual actor, they were originally going to use his voice.
Oh, were they?
But it did not sound menacing at all.
Okay.
And so they went back in and let him act and then just overdubbed it with James Earl Jones.
Yes. There's an incredible documentary, I think it's on Disney Plus even, on the making of the original trilogy. Just absolutely fascinating to see some of these models and stuff that they had built. It always just holds up so well.
Yeah.
To be made in the 70s, it just doesn't feel like it.
Yeah.
Even non-sci-fi fans know Star Wars. People know the quotes. You may not have seen Interstellar. You may not care about Interstellar, but you know Star Wars. Yeah. You know the characters of Star Wars, even if you're not, you know who Darth Vader is. You know who Yoda is. You know Grogu. Again, we've got entire episodes on it. So lots of thoughts to share.
Yeah.
Just without re-saying it all.
Well, let's fly our little spaceship into new space movie territory. So we've obviously covered those two movies multiple times. The next one that I want to bring up, I'm going The Martian. The Martian. It's a great watch.
That's almost what I took as my number one pick.
That's where I thought you were going.
I want to say that The Martian in some ways is more entertaining than Interstellar. It's easier to follow the story.
It's an easier watch, for sure. Like, my wife loves The Martian. Like, this is not one you have to think too hard about. This is the kind of movie, it feels like it should be based on a true story.
It does.
Because it just feels so grounded.
Yes. Matt Damon also in both of these films.
Yes, he was quoted one time as saying The Martian was his second time being rescued in space because Matt Damon was in Interstellar.
His character is better in The Martian than he is in
he's a
Interstellar.
Good guy. So NASA actually collaborated with the filmmakers on The Martian and said it's one of the most realistic space movies that have ever been made. So they went back and tried to make sure all the science was there. What's your favorite Martian scene? Do you have a favorite Martian scene?
I really like the potato growing portion.
I think that's most people's probably favorite scene.
It's very memorable.
Again, the potato farming concept, scientifically plausible.
Okay.
NASA has since experimented with growing crops in Mars-like conditions, which is one of the things that Artemis, this whole Artemis project is trying to seek out and try to figure out to do on the moon as well. Like, is it even possible to use the resources there to do things?
Yes.
And the whole purpose of Artemis is to have a launching point to get to Mars.
Yeah.
So all of this stuff could be more realistic than we think. This says the film's biggest scientific stretch was the Mars storm. So Mars's atmosphere is too thin to create that kind of a force.
Okay. Well, that takes a little something away from the movie then.
Still fun.
Very fun.
All right. What else you got?
I'm going to mention one that we would probably get yelled at if we didn't mention.
Okay.
And that is 2001, A Space Odyssey. Directed by Stanley Kubrick, released in 1968. This movie was way ahead of its time. And this movie is not for me. This is not the kind of movie that I enjoy.
Yeah, we were talking off air. I don't think I have watched the entire movie. I have seen bits and pieces of it, and I think I agree with you.
It starts off interesting, but then it gets very, I don't know, symbolic and kind of abstract, and I don't know. It's just...
It has very little dialogue, right?
Very little.
Yeah.
Very little communication. They're being guided by an AI computer, so it was super...
When did you say this came out?
1968.
So they were like literally light years away from...
Yeah. I mean, we're in moon landing days at this point, but they discover this mysterious black monolith that seems to trigger intelligence.
You know, speaking of faking the moon landing, a lot of people think Kubrick helped pull it off because of this movie.
This movie.
Yeah. A lot of people look back and say, well, look at how realistic that this was. And he must have had something to do with getting that, the fake images.
The visuals for this movie are fantastic. Again, no CGI in this kind of film. I will give it the credit for that. It's just not super enjoyable to me. I know it's very artsy and all of those things.
Absolutely.
And I'm not disregarding it or knocking it in those facts. I'm just saying, as far as sitting down to watch a movie, it's just not, the plot itself isn't fantastic in it. We're going to get yelled at if we don't put that in our bracket.
We're not going to put it in our bracket. I mean, this is our favorite space movie. I mean, and if one of us hasn't seen it all and the other doesn't care for it,
that's the problem.
I don't think we could do
that's
it
the
justice.
Problem. If you don't like a slow paced movie, you're going to hate this.
We're also two people who didn't care for The Godfather.
No.
Like, there's just some of these movies that they may be iconic art house type films and critics love it. And it is if you're a film buff, you love it. But like I said at the very beginning, we are average dudes, and we're your average movie going guy. And so sometimes it's a little tougher for us to just appreciate those things that other people might appreciate.
This one, I would not say this is just your popcorn movie. This is one that's going to require some deep thinking, but in a different way than Interstellar does. Like, Interstellar requires some deep thinking, but it's just, I don't know. It's just different than this. I recognize how great the movie probably was. I do recognize some of the good things about it as far as what it achieved, but I'm sorry, I'm not putting it in my bracket.
So on the complete opposite side of A Space Odyssey, I got to talk about Galaxy Quest.
A non-thinking man's movie.
This is a non-thinking man's movie. 1,000%.
It's popcorn.
This was 1999. Tim Allen. Sigourney Weaver, Alan Rickman, Tony Shalhoub. I know you're a big Tony Shalhoub fan. Sam Rockwell, Daryl Mitchell. Tony Shalhoub is great on this because he's an alien. One of my favorite lines is, "You are our last hope." Like, he is hilarious in this movie. This is a comedy. It is a very meta movie. It's about actors who have been playing in this series called Galaxy Quest, which is basically a ripoff of Star Trek.
Yes.
Aliens who are losing their planet or their species to these mean aliens come across Earth and think that this TV show is a documentary of these heroes from Earth. So they abduct them and want the cast of a movie to save their planet. Of course, all the chaos and stuff ensues. They become heroes in the end. So it's a really fun. If you've never seen Galaxy Quest, I would consider this like a B movie. Like, this is not a big blockbuster. It's not this, but it has a little cult following. I remember watching it on like a TBS back in the day. Like, it is a popcorn movie. It is a fun space movie. So we've talked a lot of heavy movies. This is the complete opposite when it comes to space movies. Lots of fun.
I need to take a second movie for my bracket, and that's what I'm trying to decide what's worthy. I think you may have gotten the two best with Interstellar and The Martian, but I think I'm going to take Armageddon.
That's a good pick.
I think I'm going to take Armageddon.
That's a great pick.
2 on my side. Give them the fun Craig fact about this movie.
You want the fact? NASA reportedly shows this movie to trainees as a joke, asking them to spot as many scientific inaccuracies as possible.
Really?
This one not so much grounded in science.
No,
this is a lot of fun.
This is, yes.
I've wondered this myself, by the way. This apparently Ben Affleck posed this question to Michael Bay. This is a Michael Bay movie. This is one of the few Michael Bay movies I actually really like.
You enjoy.
But Ben Affleck once asked why the trained oil drillers had to be astronauts instead of just training the astronauts to be oil drillers. Like, it's so much easier just to drill than it is for an oil rig guy.
A regular dude to become an astronaut. It would have ended the whole movie.
Apparently, Michael Bay was quoted as saying, "Shut up."
That's got to be your answer. Like, do you want to make the money from the movie or not?
The film, surprise, it's a Michael Bay movie. The film uses more explosions than any other space movie ever.
Least surprising fact of the day.
And the explosions would not look like that in space.
They would not.
It's a vacuum. It's not going to explode. Now, the theory of destroying an asteroid with a nuke, that is something I think NASA has thought through and tried to work out the science and is plausible.
Okay.
But as far as like going up there to drill into it, that part, no. You would actually just send a missile toward it or something, send a rocket toward the ship and just do it that way.
Yes.
There's no point in drilling into it. And of course, the only movie I've ever cried in.
Yep. That's true.
It is to this day the only movie I've ever cried in. Bluey has gotten close a few times. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, man. Wow.
Bluey has gotten me close. But when Bruce Willis is making that call to his daughter, I have still not watched it since I've had a daughter.
Oh, really?
I'm worried.
Well, you should.
There's a couple of reasons I'm worried. Number one, I'm worried it won't hold up. I'm worried I'm going to be disappointed in the movie.
It's been a long time for me.
And number two, I'm worried what that scene will do to me.
Movie got a lot of, heroism, sacrifice. Really, really good.
Yeah. The one I thought you would take instead of Armageddon is Apollo 13.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, I should have.
Apollo 13.
I feel like you're getting all the good ones.
Well, I haven't taken. I've already taken 2. So this one's up for grabs later. But Apollo 13, Tom Hanks. I need to look up the rest of the cast.
Bill Paxton.
Yes. Bill Paxton is fantastic in it.
Kevin Bacon.
Of course.
Gary Sinise. Ed Harris.
Yeah.
Kathleen Quinlan.
One of the most famous quotes from really anytime you think about NASA and space travel, Houston, we have a problem.
Yep.
Which apparently, like Luke, I am your father, is misquoted. The actual line is, Houston, we've had a problem.
Oh.
So, fun fact there. Ron Howard aimed for extreme accuracy because this was based on a true story. This is one of the few space movies we'll reference today that are based on a true story.
Here's a question for you. Does Space Jam count as a space movie?
Oh, you know what? I think it does. It takes place primarily in space.
It does.
Oh, man.
It does.
1 or 2. What are some other movies? We can rapid fire a little faster now that we've got our big...
Well, we mentioned Star Wars. How about Star Trek?
Okay.
You a Trekkie?
I'm not a
Trekkie, huh?
I'm not a Trekkie. The originals especially, I just never got into. I like the remake movies with Chris Pine and stuff. I'm surprised they haven't made more. I guess J.J. Abrams got caught up in Marvel. That's probably why.
I like Star Trek. It's okay. I enjoyed the series itself, the original one. I never really got into any of like the Next Generation or any of those as much, but the original one I did enjoy. Watched it quite a bit. Probably watched it way before I ever watched Star Wars, actually. How about this one? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Big one. And it's one I wouldn't have thought of immediately as a space movie, but yeah, I mean, a lot of the Marvel stuff kind of happens in space toward, right Avengers Endgame. But Guardians of the Galaxy is square in the space world.
One I really like is Passengers.
Passengers is good. My wife likes that a lot.
That's the one where everybody's asleep.
Mm-hmm.
He wakes up. His deal malfunctions. He wakes up early and then decides to wake up.
Yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence's character.
Which is detrimental because they're not supposed to be awake for like
120 years.
Yeah,
they're supposed
he's
to be
not going to survive to get to the end.
Yes.
More than likely at that point.
Yes.
So you kind of just...
You killed somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, you just ruined it. It's a little rom-comish in some ways.
Yeah.
It's got the romantic element. It's got some, suspense with the whole space angle. But yeah, it's a big spaceship.
Tell me about Ad Astra.
Okay.
Because you're the first person I remember that told me about this movie. And then I watched it.
I had such high hopes about that movie. That was Brad Pitt. Tommy Lee Jones was in this film. I'm trying to remember all this. So there was a threat to the universe, and Brad Pitt's character had to go on this journey to basically help save the world. So it had a little interstellar-y vibe to it as far as like the purpose of it. So this movie came out after Interstellar. All of the visuals, all of the trailers that I saw had that kind of element to it. It felt like hero save the world, eliminate the threat. Along the way, though, Brad Pitt's character starts to realize some truths about his father, played by Tommy Lee Jones. Brad Pitt's character gets to this place. I can't remember if it was a spaceship or a planet. I think it was a ship. He found a ship. His father, Tommy Lee Jones, is on there, and then everything gets really strange. The whole movie just felt weird.
Again, very kind of deep and boring.
And there were monkeys at some point that were like alien.
They were like, crazed monkeys.
Yeah, monkeys that were on the spaceship at some point who had kind of taken over. So it became Planet of the Apes-ish, and it was just, I don't know, the whole thing was just...
It was hard to connect with it.
It really was.
Slow pacing again.
Very... It was a bait and switch almost. And I hate movies that do that. That make you think you're going to see something and it ends up being the other.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of payoff for what you watched. I feel like the trailer was really cool.
It was awesome. That's what I was saying. Like, it felt interstellar-ish. Like, it felt like this is going to be a big space epic, and it was a big space epic failure. Another one, just in passing, Space Cowboys was a lot of fun.
Yes.
That was Clint Eastwood, I think.
Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones.
Clint Eastwood, Tommy Lee Jones, Donald Sutherland, James Garner. The plot of it was very it's a little bit Armageddon-ish. Because these are guys who were engineers for NASA. They helped build a satellite, I think, that was out there. So they're in their older years, 60s, 70s. They got to go up there and fix it. Like, you could absolutely train a modern astronaut to go up there. But again, it's fun. It's just fun. This was in the heyday of, and maybe that's why there were so many space movies in the 90s. You had the space shuttle. Yes. The space shuttle was a big deal.
You were in the heart of the space shuttle era. How about WALL-E?
WALL-E is a glimpse into our future, I believe.
Yes.
We're getting closer and closer to WALL-E era.
One that we probably should mention that I've never seen, and everybody hypes up, is a movie called Moon, apparently. We were looking at it. I've never heard of it.
Never even heard of it.
I will try to find it and watch it, though, just to see how good it is.
Yeah. Contact, Helen Hunt, great movie.
Yep. Deep Impact.
Deep Impact is a great movie, too. Morgan Freeman.
What about Aliens?
I never got into the Alien movies. I just never got into them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I just missed that era. So
Sigourney Weaver. Yeah.
I think I just missed. I think that's just, before my time. So I just never got into it.
The franchise is still going.
It's still going on. Lost in Space.
Oh.
Didn't you watch the reboot of that?
Yes. I liked I think it was Netflix original.
Yeah.
They did a reboot on the series.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Do you remember that movie?
Vaguely. It's been so long.
It's been a while. I remember loving it when I watched it. I tried to rewatch it a few years ago and could not get into it. And I don't know what the difference was, but it's a very nerd forward movie for sure. I feel like I'm missing a big one.
Somebody's out there yelling at us.
I know.
Here's what it is.
I feel like there's a big one.
Hidden Figures. There's kind of a big movie.
First Man was really good.
Yes.
That's the true story of Neil Armstrong.
Here's one I've mentioned before, Moonfall.
You have mentioned that.
It was interesting for a B-tier movie. And I want to say Gerard Butler's in it. No. It was not Gerard Butler. It's this other guy. I was getting him, Patrick Wilson.
Oh, okay.
But the moon is hollow.
Okay.
It's a government conspiracy. They're using it.
Isn't Halle Berry in that too?
Yeah, that sounds correct. It's probably more disaster movie than space movie, but it definitely includes space.
I think that's all I've got.
There's other lesser known space movies, and I've seen some of these. They're just not very good, and that's the problem.
I think we have enough data to draft, so let's do that now.
They've picked the best. Now it's time to pick the rest. It's time for the Best Things Draft.
Does it feel like to you that we had more to say about the fake episode Water?
Maybe we should just start doing fake episodes. I don't know. We could have just gone with the whole space is fake thing.
We could have just leaned into it hard, couldn't we? Okay. I picked first. So that means you get the first pick here.
Then I'll take Apollo 13.
No, you said 11.
I think I've watched a documentary on Apollo 11.
Okay, you got Apollo. I'm gonna take Gravity. We didn't mention Arrival.
Arrival. That's the one I was thinking of.
That's the big one that was left hanging out there. I think. That was with Amy Adams, I believe. That was good.
I want Passengers.
Passengers.
I will take Passengers. Yep.
You know what? I'm going to take First Man.
I would like to take Space Cowboys.
Yeah. Then give me Guardians of the Galaxy.
We didn't give it a whole lot of love in the discussion, but
it's a great movie.
It's very solid. 2 Chris Pratt movies on the list.
You're right.
We got Matt Damon. We've got Chris Pratt doubled up. I think I'm going to do it.
Are you doing it?
I think I'm going to do it. Star Trek.
Oh, okay.
I'm going with Star Trek. I want the Trek and the wars.
Yeah, I think that's probably smart to include it in here. I don't know how far it'll go, but I do think now we're again just franchise as a whole, correct?
Yes.
I'm torn, Aaron.
Let me help. Let me assist.
I'm torn between Space Jam, Galaxy Quest, or Arrival. Arrival's good too.
Well, I kind of think that it should be Arrival.
I'm starting to think Arrival as well, because that was really, it was, again, now a lot of it happened on Earth, though. That's the only hesitancy I have. Like, I don't even know if they ever went to space, period, in Arrival.
Yeah, it really does take mostly place on Earth. So if you want to stay true to what we were attempting to do, then maybe it doesn't work.
You know what? I'm going to take Galaxy Quest. We need some humor in there. I think that scratches that itch. Okay. We have a bracket.
If you want to be the best, you have to beat the rest. This is the Best Things Bracket.
We have 12 space films. Which one's the best? Let's figure that out right now, once and for all. Okay.
Where are we starting?
Space Cowboys versus Star Trek. If you're new to how this works, we both write down each option, give it a score from 1 to 10. We'll flip it and read. The winner moves on. The loser gets kicked out into space to freeze to death immediately. All right, here we go. Space Cowboys versus Star Trek. 3, 2, 1. You gave Space Cowboys a slight edge. I gave them a little bit more of an edge. Just never was a Star Trek fan.
Didn't like Shatner?
I don't know. I think it was just a little before my time, and so I think I just kind of missed the boat a little bit. Next up, we have Passengers versus Apollo 13. 3, 2, 1. Flip it and read. What is it?
I've got a 9 for Apollo 13 and 7s for Passengers.
Okay, Apollo 13 moves on. Next up, Guardians of the Galaxy versus Galaxy Quest. I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1. Flip it and read.
Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy advance. Next up, First Man versus Gravity. 3, 2, 1. We both went Gravity with the slightest of edges on both sides.
Barely.
0.5. Next up, we have Star Wars, the whole franchise, versus Space Cowboys. This almost doesn't feel fair. 3.
It's not.
2, 1. Yep, Star Wars clears. I probably gave Space Cowboys, honestly, probably too high of a score.
You probably did.
In comparison to each other, at least. People always make fun of us in the comments when we do these brackets because they're like, why did you give it this score one time and this score the other time? Look, we don't have any rhyme or reason to how we do this. It's in the moment. Like, compared to the two, that's what we give it.
If we just went off of the first round, there would be no need to continue voting. You just take the numbers and see which one.
Just take them. Next up, we have Armageddon versus Apollo 13. This is a pretty good matchup.
This is a good matchup.
I think these are pretty closely related to each other. 3,
you got it.
2, 1. Oh, we both gave the edge to Apollo 13 by 1.
True story gave it the edge for me.
Next up, Interstellar versus Guardians of the Galaxy. 3, 2, 1. Flip it and read. Interstellar. You winner and loser. You made that so clear for me to be able to read fast. Next up, we have The Martian versus Gravity. 3, 2, 1. Martian advances. All right, our semifinals, we have Star Wars versus Apollo 13. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, it's close. Same score.
Boy.
Same score. Star Wars moves on to the final. I don't think there was a doubt it would happen, but I guess there could have been a little doubt, little intrigue. Interstellar versus The Martian. 3, 2, 1. Interstellar moves on by roughly the same margin. Boy, I'm going to get hate on this. Interstellar versus Star Wars to crown the greatest space movie of all time, according to 2 average white dudes. 3, 2, 1. Interstellar gets the edge.
You had it considerably wider.
I did.
I had it half a point. You had it a point and a half.
Yeah, for me, I can explain myself at least.
Okay.
Please. To me,
I'd like to hear it.
If it was Interstellar and Empire Strikes Back, I think that margin would be a lot closer for me. If it was just those two movies, the whole breadth of what Star Wars has as a franchise, I think it has, for me, I think it has more lows than it has highs. And so I think the average pulls it down. To me, Interstellar is one of the closer perfect movies that I have seen. That's why I give it my edge.
I respect that.
Okay, we have one more decision that we have to figure out.
It may be the best thing today, but is it the best thing of all time? It's time for the best thing battle.
Okay, Interstellar versus the first 48 hours of March Madness to determine which one moves on for another week. 3, 2, 1. March Madness at 10.
10s across the board. You really tied that up.
You
really did.
I couldn't decide. I couldn't decide.
You're saying that Interstellar is equal to the first 48 hours of March Madness. That is...
I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
I get it. Nothing compares.
It was more so I wanted you to I couldn't decide. I wanted you to decide. That's really what it came down to. It was just so hard for me to pick a winner. You know what? Speaking of March Madness, though, we have this t-shirt, this March Madness Hall of Fame t-shirt available right now at bestthingsPod.com. March Madness has the potential of making it twice.
How many weeks has it won?
This is the second week.
This is the second
week. Yeah,
week.
because it didn't count last week with the water. Canteen wasn't going to beat it. So this is week number 2. And this is just the best thing about spring. The first 48 hours is the specific thing that has a chance to go in. Because otherwise we wouldn't have it going in there twice.
If it does, we'll hang a banner on the rafters.
Yes. Y'all can't see them on camera, but we literally have. I'm just going to hold on.
You got to see this. You deserve to see what we look at. Whoop, there it is. Whoop, there it is. And at some point, we'll have to take a banner down there.
We're going to have to replace the banner at some point. And it may be swapping just March Madness with March Madness. This could be. This could get a banner and just get pulled right at the same time. I mean, it's possible. Yep. So, okay, I've got nothing else. Do you have anything else, Aaron?
Well, no. Welcome back to Earth.
Welcome back, Artemis. Glad to have you back. All right, for the best things, I'm Craig.
I'm Aaron.
And we'll talk at you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Thanks for watching the video. I liked it. Did you like this video?
I think it's the best one yet.
Absolutely the best one yet. Well, you know what you need to do now, though? Watch another video.
We've got it somewhere here on this channel.
It's over there. Yeah, over there. So click on that video, watch another one, share it with somebody. That'd be awesome.
Oh, wow.
It helps out a lot.